नमस्ते विद्यार्थी मित्रों, या व्हिडिओमध्ये आपण क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 and 5 चॅलेंजिंग अँड क्रिएटिव्ह क्वेश्चन बघणार आहोत क्वाड्रॅटिक इक्वेशन वर. नाउ लेट अस स्टार्ट. क्वाड्रॅटिक इक्वेशन, challenging and creative questions. Now the first example. If the roots of quadratic equation ax square plus cx plus c is equals to 0 are in the ratio p as to q, show that in root of p upon q plus in root of q upon p plus in root of c upon a is equals to 0, where a and c are real numbers such that a is positive and c is not equals to 0. Now, first, let alpha and beta be the roots of equation ax square plus cx plus c is equals to 0. Then, we have given the ratio. आपल्याला इथे रेशो दिलेला आहे. The roots are in the ratio p as to q. Therefore, alpha upon beta is equals to p upon q. Now, the sum of the roots from the equation ax square plus cx plus c, alpha plus beta is equals to minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. That is, coefficient of x is c, coefficient of x square is a. Therefore, alpha plus beta is equals to minus c upon a. Alpha into beta, that is the constant term upon coefficient of x square. Constant term is c, coefficient of x square is a. Now, to prove this, we will consider this term, that is in root of p upon q plus in root of q upon p plus in root of c upon a is equals to 0. आपण त्यातल्या या दोन टर्म्सचा इथे कन्सिडरेशन करणार, बिकॉज वी हॅव गिव्हन द रेशो, that is अल्फा अपॉन बीटाची आपल्याला व्हॅल्यू दिलेली आहे, which is p upon q. And by using that value, we will prove this result. Okay. In root of p upon q plus in root of q upon p is equals to, we know that alpha upon beta is equals to p upon q. Therefore, in root of p upon q is nothing but in root of alpha upon beta, plus in root of q upon p means what? In root of beta upon alpha. Next step like the cross multiplication करना. What is here? In root of alpha upon in root of beta plus इथे काय येणार? In root of alpha upon in root of here beta, and the next is a in root of beta upon in root of alpha. इथे क्रॉस मल्टिप्लिकेशन आपण इथे केलं, root alpha into root alpha, you will get alpha plus root beta into root beta, you will get here beta. Okay. Therefore, to the numerator, we will have alpha plus beta, and to the denominator, we will have in root of alpha into beta. Okay. Now next, here, it is this. Okay. Alpha plus beta, we know the value of the alpha plus beta, which is minus c upon a, and also the products of the roots c upon a. We will substitute the value. Alpha plus beta ची value किती येतं? minus c upon in root of c upon a. That is here minus c upon a divided by in root of c upon root of a. ते divided आहे, then multiplied and reciprocal. म्हणजे याचा reciprocal करणार, that is the root of a upon root of c. मग cancellations होणार, इथे a दिलेला आहे, what is here? A can be written as root a into root a. Okay. Then that one a will get cancelled, and to the numerator root c into root c, x root c cancel on her, and hence we will get here, that is minus in root of c upon in root of a. Okay, and this is nothing but the RHS of this term, that is equals to minus in root of c upon root of a is equals to minus in root of c upon a. Okay, and therefore in root of p upon q plus in root of q upon t, that is equals to minus in root of c upon a. If we take this term to the left hand side, it will become positive, and hence we have proved it. Okay, I will repeat again the question. If the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus ax plus c is equals to 0 are in the proportion, then we want to prove that. त्यासाठी आपण काय या टर्मचं कन्सिडरेशन करतो, and we prove that the sum of these two terms is equals to minus in root of c upon a, and then we take this term to the left hand side, and hence this proof. Now the next question. The question is, if the sum of the roots of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 is equal to the sum of squares of their reciprocal. Means what? Alpha plus beta are the roots of the quadratic equation. Then what is the condition? Alpha plus beta is equals to 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square. Now we'll see this. Then we want to prove that 2 times a square c is equals to c square b plus b square a. आपल्याला कंडिशन काय दिली? The sum of the roots of quadratic equation is equals to sum of the squares of their reciprocal. This is the condition. Then we will do this. Next, let the roots of quadratic equations are ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 be alpha and beta. Therefore, from this equation, sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equals to minus b upon a, and alpha into beta is equals to c upon a. हा नेहमीचा फॉर्म्युला आहे. But what is the condition we have given? Sum of the roots means what? Alpha plus beta is equals to sum of the squares of their reciprocals. Means what? 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square. आता पुढे काय की हे सिम्प्लिफाय करणार. 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square क्रॉस मल्टिप्लिकेशन करणार इथे. Alpha square plus beta square upon alpha square into beta square. Means what? Alpha plus beta. Okay, alpha plus beta is equals to alpha square plus beta square upon alpha square into beta square. हे आपण consideration करणार आहे. We'll find out the value of alpha plus beta, and next alpha square plus beta square ची value find out करणार. We know the value of alpha into beta, त्याचा इथे square करणार. Then equate it, then we will get this result. Okay. Now see this one by one. The first is आपल्याला काय find out करायचे? Alpha square plus beta square. It can be written as by using the formula alpha square plus beta square is equals to alpha plus beta bracket square minus 2 times alpha into beta. कारण की हे जर आपण एक्सपांड केलं तर आपल्याला मिडल टर्म काय मिळेल? प्लस 2 अल्फा इंटू बीटा. हे प्लस मिळाल, हे मायनस, दॅट विल गेट कॅन्सल. वी नो अल्फा प्लस बीटा विच इज मायनस बी अपॉन ए ब्रॅकेट स्क्वेअर, अँड अल्फा इंटू बीटा सी अपॉन ए, दॅट इज मायनस 2 इंटू सी अपॉन ए. आता हे सिम्प्लिफाय करणार. व्हॉट इज दॅट? मायनस b upon a bracket square means what? b square upon a square minus 2c upon a. आता पुन्हा इथे LCM करणार, multiplied for this term numerator denominator by a, then you will get b square minus 2ca upon a square. This is the value of alpha square plus beta square. आपल्याला जी व्हॅल्यू पाहिजे होती ती alpha square plus beta square ची इथे व्हॅल्यू मिळाली. Now the next, what is the condition we have given? That is alpha plus beta is equals to alpha square plus beta square upon alpha square into beta square. आता पुन्हा इथे आपण हे सिम्प्लिफाय करणार. त्याची right hand side 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square means what? Alpha square plus beta square upon alpha square into beta square. But what is the value of this alpha square plus beta square? इथे आपण व्हॅल्यू काढली b square minus 2ca upon a square. This is the value, and this divided by alpha square into beta square divided by, what is the value of alpha square beta square? We know alpha into beta, it is a c upon a, but त्याचा स्क्वेअर केला आपण. ओके, डिव्हिजनचं साइन, त्याचा स्क्वेअर c square upon a square, then multiplied and reciprocal. Then what you will get here? Here b square minus 2ca upon a square into this multiplied and reciprocal. Here you will have a square upon c square. This a square get cancelled, and then you will have here b square minus 2ca upon c square. This is the value of 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square. Okay, this करूया आपण हे. Now this is the value. Next, alpha plus beta. We have given this condition. आपल्याला ही condition दिली त्याने alpha plus beta is equals to 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square. What is the value of alpha plus beta? Minus b upon a. 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square is equals to b square minus 2c upon c square. इथे क्रॉस मल्टिप्लिकेशन करणार मायनस बी सी स्क्वेअर या ए ने बी स्क्वेअरला या ए ने मायनस 2c ला मल्टिप्लाय करणार and then you will get b square a minus 2c a square. Okay, minus 2c a square आपण या साइडला ना that will become plus and this minus bc square तो right hand side ला जाणार and that will become again plus. Okay, and therefore we have here 2 times a square c is equals to c square b plus b square a which we want to prove. And hence in this way we have proved. यासाठी काय आपण this is the condition आणि या required conditions चे आपण त्या values find out करतो. 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square ही त्याची value आली. Alpha plus beta ची value आपल्याला already आहे minus b upon a. Equate it and you will get the result. Now the next question. Form the quadratic equation whose roots are the squares of the sum of the roots and squares of the difference of the roots of the equation 2x square plus 2 in bracket m plus n into x plus m square plus n square is equals to 0. जास्त quadratic equation आपल्याला फॉर्म करायचे की ज्याचे रूट्स कसे असतील अल्फा प्लस बीटा ब्रॅकेट स्क्वेअर and alpha minus beta bracket square where alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. Okay, now the next is alpha plus beta is equals to minus b upon a for this quadratic equation, which is a minus 2 in bracket m plus n upon 2 to get cancelled, and you will have the value of the alpha plus beta minus in bracket m plus n. Alpha into beta, which is the c upon a. The value of the c is m square plus n square. A is a 2. This is the value of alpha into beta. Now the next. The roots of required quadratic equation are alpha plus beta bracket square, sum of that is a squares of the sum and the squares of the difference means what alpha plus beta bracket square and alpha minus beta bracket square. मग त्या quadratic equation साठी देखील आपल्याला त्याचे हे सम असतील means what if I write here alpha plus beta bracket square plus alpha minus beta bracket square, this will be the sum of the roots. Okay, that is if we simplify this middle term तुम्हाला काय मिळेल plus 2 times alpha into beta minus 2 times alpha into beta that get cancelled. Alpha square 2 times येणार beta square 2 times येणार. Take 2 as a common and you will have here alpha square plus beta square. Again, the alpha square plus beta square can be written as that is a 2 in bracket alpha plus beta bracket square minus 2 times alpha into beta. कारण की आपल्याला alpha plus beta ची व्हॅल्यू माहिती आहे आणि alpha into beta ची व्हॅल्यू माहिती आहे. Now we'll substitute the value of alpha plus beta bracket square. Okay, what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is a minus m plus n bracket square minus 2 alpha into beta ची व्हॅल्यू m square plus n square upon 2. That is a 2 into in bracket m square plus n square upon 2. These two get cancelled. That is a 2 in curly bracket m plus n bracket square minus m square in bracket m square plus n square. Okay, हे जर आपण ओपन केलं त्यातलं मिडल टर्म प्लस 2 टाइम्स m into n. ओके, तोच राहणार फक्त शिल्लक आणि मायनस m square plus m square get cancelled. Plus n square minus n square get cancelled and overall you will have here that is a 2 times mn. 2 into 2 then you have here that is a 4 times m into n. आता इथे काय फाइंड आउट केलं आपण सम ऑफ द रूट्स. नाउ विल फाइंड आउट द प्रोडक्ट्स ऑफ द रूट्स. ओके, अल्फा प्लस बीटा ब्रैकेट स्क्वायर इनटू अल्फा इनटू अल्फा प्लस बीटा ब्रैकेट स्क्वायर इनटू अल्फा माइनस बीटा ब्रैकेट स्क्वायर. नाउ again this can be written as alpha plus beta bracket square in bracket. Okay, we know the value of alpha plus beta, पण आपल्याला alpha minus beta ची व्हॅल्यू माहिती आहे का? तर माहित नाहीये. Okay, therefore alpha minus beta bracket square can be written as in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Therefore, alpha minus beta bracket square is replaced by alpha plus beta bracket square minus 4 times alpha into beta. If we expand it, you will get alpha minus beta bracket square. Now substitute the value of alpha plus beta. Okay, its value is a minus in bracket m plus n bracket square here. Okay, in next bracket alpha plus beta, again the value of minus in bracket m plus n bracket square minus 4. What is the value of alpha into beta? It's a m square plus n square upon 2. Bracket complete. Now the next simplification. M plus n bracket square. Next m plus n bracket square minus 2 times in bracket m square plus n square. M plus n bracket square. Okay. M plus n bracket square आपण हे जर expand केलं, then what you will have m square plus 2 times mn plus n square minus 2 in bracket m square plus n square म्हणजे मायनस एम स्क्वेअर आणि मायनस एन स्क्वेअर हे टर्म आपल्याला मिळेल. मिडल टर्म प्लस 2mn. इफ यू टेक द मायनस साइन एज अ कॉमन, ते मायनस साइन इथे कॉमन घेतलेले m plus n bracket square and then in bracket you will have a minus b bracket square means what m minus n bracket square. Okay, and m plus n bracket square into m minus n bracket square means what? It's nothing but या दोघांचं साइन कसं आहे तर स्क्वेअर स्क्वेअर आहे. Therefore, we can compact it and we can write it as m square minus n square bracket square. This is a plus b, a minus b. दोघांचं पॉवर कशी आहे तर सेम सेम आहे. एकाच याच्यात आपण ते कॉम्पॅक्ट करणार and m plus n into m minus n you will have m square minus n square and bracket square दोघांना कसा आहे तर तो कॉमन आहे. and this is the value of the products of the roots. Sum of the roots आपल्याला इथे मिळाले plus 4 times mn and here the products of the roots. Now we'll form the quadratic equation. X square, okay, here the quadratic equation. Now the required quadratic equation is x square minus sum of the roots into x plus products of the roots and that's equals to 0. Therefore x square sum of the roots किती आहे? That is the sum of the roots is a 4 times mn, therefore minus 4mn into x and the products of the roots minus in bracket m square minus n square bracket square and that's equals to 0 and therefore this is the quadratic equation, required quadratic equation. Okay. Now the next question. Find the value of p if the equation 3x square minus 2x plus p is equals to 0 and 6x square minus 17x plus 12 is equals to 0 have a common root. Okay, I will solve this example. Second quadratic equation आपण ते solve करणार आहोत. Okay, now here the equation is a 6x square minus 17x plus 12 and that's equals to 0. Now this can be again written as 6x square minus 9x minus 8x plus 12 is equals to 0. We can take as a 3x as a common. If we take 3x as a common, then in bracket you will have 2x minus 3 from the next bracket minus 4 here 2x minus 3 bracket complete is equals to 0 and from these two again 2x minus 3 in first bracket and second bracket 3x minus 4 is equals to 0 and hence we have these two roots. हे आपल्याला दोन roots या ठिकाणी इथे मिळाले. Okay, now we will erase this first. म्हणजे आपल्याला हे quadratic equation solve करणार आणि त्याचे जे काही रूट्स मिळतील ते रूट्स वरच्या इक्वेशन मध्ये टाकणार and then we will get the two values of p. Okay, now see this here. Therefore, 2x minus 3 is equals to 0 or 3x minus 4 is equals to 0. X is equals 2x is equals to 3. Therefore, x is equals to 3 by 2. 3x minus 4 is equals to 0. Therefore, x is equals to 4 by 3. The common root of the both equation, दोघांना common roots means what? 3 by 2 or 4 by 3. आता हे 3 by 2 वरच्या इक्वेशन मध्ये टाकणार, you will get the value of the p. Next 4 by 3 पण टाकणार. If we substitute 3 by 2, then 3 into 3 by 2 bracket square minus 2 into 3 by 2 plus p is equals to 0. इथे किती होणार? 9. 3 into 9 by 4 त्याचा स्क्वेअर होणार. 2 get cancel minus 3 plus 2. Okay. Now the next. 3 into 9, 27 by 4 minus 3 plus p is equals to 0. And therefore, a term palikade जाऊ देणार. Minus 3 will become plus. Plus 24 by 7 will become minus 27 by 4. 4 into 3, 12. 12 minus 27 by 4. Minus 15 by 4. And hence the value of the p is a minus 15 by 4. Next, पुढची जी दुसरं रूट्स आपल्याला मिळालेले, that is a 4 by 3. We will substitute here. Okay, substituting the value, that is a 3 into 4 by 3 bracket square minus 2. Minus 2 into 4 by 3 plus p is equals to 0. That's a square करणार. 16 by 9 minus 4 into 2, 8 by 3 plus p is equals to 0. पुढे simplification करणार. That is a 3 into 16 by 9. There is a simplify केलं. 3 1 चा 3 3 चा 9 होणार तो. 16 by 3 minus 8 by 3 plus p. Okay, and overall 16 by 3 minus 8 by 3 means what? 16 minus 8, 8 by 3 plus p is equals to 0. And hence the second value of the p is minus 8 by 3. Okay. Now these are the two values of the p. Therefore the answer. Hence the answer p is equals to minus 15 by 4 or p is equals to minus 8 by 3. Now the next question. हा क्वेश्चन आपण या टाइपचा क्वेश्चन आधी बघितलेला आहे, पण तरी देखील we will repeat this type of the question. फक्त इथे शेवटी काय विचारलंय, that is the show that the BC square, CS square, AB square are in AP. एक पुन्हा तो क्वेश्चन रिपीट करतो इथे. If the sum of the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to the sum of the squares of their reciprocal, then show that BC square, CS square, AB square are in AP. Here. The first is, let the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 be alpha and beta, and then alpha plus beta is equals to minus b upon a, and alpha into beta is equals to c upon a. Therefore, from the given condition, what is condition? Sum of the roots of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 is equals to sum of the squares of their reciprocals. Means what? Alpha plus beta, this is the sum of the roots of the quadratic equation, and that's equals to the sum of reciprocals of their squares. Okay. आणि हे इक्वेशन आता आपण ते सॉल्व करणार. फर्स्ट विल फाइंड आउट दी अल्फा प्लस बीटा. अल्फा प्लस बीटाची व्हॅल्यू आपल्याकडे आहे मायनस बी अपॉन ए. आवर एम इज दॅट टू फाइंड आउट दी व्हॅल्यू ऑफ 1 अपॉन अल्फा स्क्वेअर प्लस 1 अपॉन बीटा स्क्वेअरची व्हॅल्यू फाइंड आउट करणार. नाउ सी दिस हियर 1 अपॉन अल्फा स्क्वेअर प्लस 1 अपॉन बीटा स्क्वेअर इज इक्वल्स टू, इथे क्रॉस मल्टिप्लिकेशन करणार अल्फा स्क्वेअर प्लस बीटा स्क्वेअर अपॉन अल्फा स्क्वेअर इंटू बीटा स्क्वेअर. ओके. नाउ बाय यूजिंग दी फॉर्मुलाज, therefore find out the value. Alpha square plus beta square, this is nothing but alpha plus beta bracket square minus 2 alpha into beta. का की आपल्याला अल्फा प्लस बीटाची व्हॅल्यू माहिती आहे, अल्फा इंटू बीटाची व्हॅल्यू माहिती आहे, but we want to find out the alpha square plus beta square. Therefore we express alpha square plus beta square in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Now substitute the values. Okay. What is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is a minus b upon a bracket square, and alpha into beta is a c upon a. Okay. Then we will simplify here. That is a b square upon a square minus 2c upon a. Multiplied n and d by a, then you will get 2ac upon a square. And overall you will get b square minus 2ca upon a square. And here we have here 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square is equals to alpha square plus beta square upon alpha square into beta square. Now what is the value of alpha square plus beta square ची value किती आली? The b square minus 2ca upon a square. This is the value. And what about the alpha square into beta square? Alpha square into beta square ची value किती? The c square upon a square divided by c square upon a square. नंतर हे multiplied and reciprocal होणार. That is b square minus 2ca upon a square multiplied and reciprocal means what? It is like this. Upon b square minus 2ca upon the a square multiplied by reciprocal, that is a square upon c square. This a square get cancelled. Then you will get b square minus 2ca upon c square. आपल्याला या प्रकारचा टर्म मिळेल. And hence b square minus 2ca upon c square. Okay. And hence we get the term. Okay. Now next. Therefore, here we have minus b upon a, that is the sum of the roots. Sum of the roots ची आपल्याला value किती मिळाली होती? Alpha plus beta, that is equals to minus b upon a, and 1 upon alpha square plus 1 upon beta square. Its a value is a b square minus 2ca upon c square. Okay, like this. आता पुढे हे simplification करणार. Minus b into c square is equals to b square into a minus 2ca square, like this. Okay. पुन्हा हे simplify करणार. That is हा minus 2ca square आपण इथे right hand side, left hand side ला आणणार. And minus bc square तो right hand side ला जाऊ देणार. And hence we have here that is the 2a square c is equals to c square b plus b square a. Now we'll prove that here. That is a b c square c a square ab square are in ap. हे प्रूव्ह करण्यासाठी these are in ap means what? ca square minus bc square is equals to ab square minus ca square असं आपल्याला प्रूव्ह करायला पाहिजे. Means what? The common difference is a constant. This is a t1, t2, t3. t2 minus t1 is equals to t3 minus t2. Okay. आता हे आपण इथे सिम्प्लिफाय करणार. Okay. Now 2 times a square c means what? That is a c a square plus c a square is equals to c square b plus b square a. आता इथे आपण स्प्लिट अप करणार. असं आपल्याला प्रूव्ह करायचं आहे. मीन्स व्हॉट? सी ए स्क्वेअर हे टर्म आपण ॲज इट इज ठेवणार आणि बी सी स्क्वेअर हे आपण लेफ्ट हँड साइडला आणणार. दॅट विल बिकम मायनस. अँड द नेक्स्ट कीप ए बी स्क्वेअर ॲज इट इज टू दी राईट हँड साइड आणि हा सी ए स्क्वेअर हे आपण राईट हँड साइडला आणणार. इट विल बिकम like this. Okay, minus. Therefore, that is the difference between the consecutive terms is constant, and hence BC square, CA square and AB square are in AP. Okay, and in this way we have proved that if the sum of the roots of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 is equals to the sum of the squares of their reciprocals, then BC square, CA square, AB square are in AP. Okay. And in this way, we have completed all the hot questions. That is the challenging questions depending on the quadratic equation. Okay. Now, all the best. I will see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.